Welcome back to American Latino TV. I'm your host, Valery Ortiz. Now, up next, we have the story of one of the most powerful Latina moguls to ever work behind the scenes of the entertainment industry. Born in Cuba, raised in New Jersey, Nely Galan has reached some of the highest heights in the corporate side of showbiz, first as a producer and ultimately the first female head of the entertainment division of Telemundo. Today, Nely takes her experience and shares it with young Latinas through her Adelante Movement, an organization that works to empower and unite Latina women economically and politically. Meet Nely Galan. Nely Galan is one of the fiercest Latinas in the entertainment industry.
My charity is for women entrepreneurs. That's beautiful.
Whether she's involved in the business side or with content, this media entrepreneur was not always a go-getter.
Some bad things happen.
That is, until she faced her fears and failures.
I don't think people are born brilliant, entrepreneurial, any of these things. I think for some of us, some bad things happen. And when those bad things happen, either they kill you and they destroy you and you walk around the rest of your life like the living dead, or you grow. And that's why I tell everybody, in your pain is your answer. So I'll tell you all the bad things that happened to me that changed my life. First, you know, when I was growing up, my parents sent me to all-girl Catholic school. I was a sophomore in high school, and I get accused of plagiarism. They tell me, you didn't write the story for school, the monja, and I'm like, and they suspend me for 3 days. And I go to my parents, and my parents go, pídele perdón a la monja, ask for forgiveness. And I go, why? I didn't do anything. And she goes, no, because my parents and like a lot of Latinos are like chicken. They're afraid. They don't want to rock the boat in America. Like, go with the flow. And I was so mad, like so mad at that nun, that the only thing I found on my desk a 17 magazine, because that's what I read, and I go, I'm gonna write an article to 17 magazine about why you should never send your kid to all-girl Catholic school. 3 months later, I get a $100 check in the mail, and they're like, we're publishing your article. Well, the magazine comes out, and the first day it comes out, I go to school, and I get called to the principal's office. And she's like, we don't want your kind in this school. And they expel me.
Not only did that experience result in Nely's appointment as the youngest contributing editor to 17 magazine, but it kickstarted an executive career that led to her breaking barriers, not to mention glass ceilings, in some of the most influential media and entertainment organizations in the world.
You can be an astronaut, you can be an athlete, you can be anything. I remember being 29 years old, and I got my first little piece of business. And from there, I got my second piece of business. And the third piece of business was a call from Rupert Murdoch, who I didn't know who he was, who had just come to America. And I went to him and he's like, I want to meet with you because I want you to help me launch channels in Latin America. And I go, I don't want to do that. When I made the decision to shift my business plan a little bit, within a year, I had multi-millions of dollars of revenue. I'm very proud. I would say one of the things I'm proudest of, and that I want this for all of you, is that I live equally in the Latin world and in the mainstream world. I do. We really gel well together.
Who else did a good job?
Nely. She was really focused, and she kept us on task.
My job is really to keep you true to what you say you want.
Since 1994, Ms. Galan has owned and operated her own production company
and helping to change the image of Latinos in television and film.
That mainstream appeal and sharp business acumen has led Nely to create a foundation that looks to educate Latinas on how to empower themselves financially.
How do we help these Latinas? Because they are all wanting to be entrepreneurs, but they don't know how to go about it. There's earmarked government contracts, small business loans, franchises for Latinas, and they're not applying for them. And I thought to myself, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the country in a grassroots way. I will show them how to do it because I've done it. Because they need to feel proud that there's a whole generation of women that came before them that have figured it out. I'm going to bring the brain power of how all these women did it and bring it to the Latinas.